No Videshi Chingari this time. This was Prime Minister Narendra Modi's shararat jibe at the opposition ahead of the budget session of Parliament today. While he was making his customary address ahead of the budget session of Parliament, he targeted the opposition because we have seen in the past how, there have been certain instances wherein the opposition has disrupted the Parliament proceedings because of something related to either George Soros or something that has happened in a foreign country. Apart from this, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also laid out the agenda for the Union Budget 2025 with a special focus on Viksit Bharat. Listen in.
शायद 2014 से लेकर अब तक शायद ये पहला पार्लियामेंट का सत्र है कि जिसके एक दो दिन पहले कोई विदेशी चिंगारी नहीं प्रगटी है। विदेश में से आग लगाने की कोशिश रही हुई है। 10 साल से 14 से देख रहा हूं, हर सत्र के पहले शरारत करने के लिए लोग तैयार बैठते थे और यहां उसको हवा देने वालों की कोई कमी नहीं है। ये पहला सत्र मैं पिछले 10 साल के बाद देख रहा हूं कि जिसमें किसी भी विदेशी कोने से कोई चिंगारी नहीं हुई।
And now, viewers, a political war of words has erupted after Prime Minister Modi's Videshi Chingari remark, which you just heard. Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has hit back, branding the Prime Minister's shararat jibe as a diversionary tactic to avoid discussions on key issues in the budget session of Parliament. And Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has alleged that the government is resorting to excuses instead of addressing the pressing concerns.
विदेशी ताकतों के इशारे पर जो है विपक्ष हमले करता था हर बार।
इस बार कोई विदेशी चिंगारी नहीं फूटी के पहले ये कह रहे थे।
कुछ तो कहना ही है उन्हें
जी,
तो ये सब कहेंगे।
तो आपको लगता है सिर्फ ध्यान भटकाने के लिए है?
वो हमेशा यही करते हैं, जनता की जो इश्यूज हैं उनके बारे में बात नहीं करते, जवाब नहीं देते। आपने पिछला सेशन देखा, चर्चा ही नहीं की।
प्रधानमंत्री जी को कुंभ के ऊपर भी बोलना चाहिए। कुंभ में इतना बड़ा हादसा हुआ है, कुंभ के अंदर जो कुछ हुआ है वो उसके ऊपर भी बोलना चाहिए। और ये चिंगारी और ये इस तरह की शोशेबाजी कर करके काम नहीं चलेगा। देश के नौजवान परेशान है, देश का किसान परेशान है, देश की महिलाएं परेशान है, उनके लिए काम होना चाहिए।
So unfortunate that Prime Minister of India is speaking this language, insulting the Parliament of India. He's insulting all of us. And it shows the frustration and the defeatist mentality he is into it, and he is not ready to be positive about the Parliament session. We were very positive that President Address will give a direction for the country to move, but Prime Minister Modi ji's words has just made us to feel left out.
Let's now go across to my colleague Rishabh, who's joining us live for more on this. Rishabh, now what the Prime Minister said in his customary address ahead of the budget session of Parliament has led to a political war of words as expected, because specifically what the Prime Minister was referring to was that this time, interestingly, first time in since 2014, we haven't really seen any kind of foreign interference. He said no Videshi Chingari this time, and this is something that the opposition is calling a diversionary tactic.
Well, definitely, in past we have seen, for example, before the winter session, we saw a U.S. court indictment against an Indian businessman. Before that, there was Heidenberg. There were, other stories as well, and that would crop just ahead of the, Parliament session. And time and again, BJP MPs, BJP spokesperson have been pointing it at them. This time around, nothing of that sort happened, and none other than Prime Minister pointed it out. And a war of word was definitely expected, and a retort came in from the senior leadership of Congress. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, the General Secretary, waded in and said that the government is just trying to use these diversionary tactics from saving itself from talking on the pressing issues. The opposition has been planning to corner government in the budget session over the issue of price rise, inflation, joblessness and other such issues, and the opposition believe that the Prime Minister using such terms or using the terms like shararat is nothing but the diversionary tactics to keep keep hogging the headlines in the national media, and that is something that opposition leaders have been complaining, have been accusing the government of. Now that the budget session has begun, important bills like Waqf Amendment Bill or anti-immigration bill are to be tabled. This will definitely create more war of words between the two sides. Remains to be seen how things unfold. The trailer has just begun.
Well, absolutely. Stay on with us, Rishabh. In fact, we have some more breaking inputs as well coming in on this particular story. Now, we are seeing a reaction coming in from NDA ally LJP that has also targeted the opposition. LJP taking a jibe at Rahul Gandhi. LJP netas are saying that Rahul Gandhi always insults India when he is travelling abroad. On foreign land, Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, always insults India, is the claim being made by NDA ally LJP. Let's listen in.
मुझे लगता है कि उन्होंने ये बात बिल्कुल सही कही जिस तरीके से हर बार बजट के पहले राहुल गांधी जी विदेश जाने वक्त भी और जब विदेश से आते तब भी जिस तरीके के भारत की छवि को विश्व स्तर पर रखने का काम करते हैं, दिखाने का काम करते हैं, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं एक सुखद है कि इस बार ऐसा कुछ उन्होंने अभी तक तो नहीं किया है.
Let's go back to Rishabh, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Rishabh, now the question is, will the opposition allow this parliament session to have some important work getting done? Because we saw how winter session of parliament was literally a washout. Apart from the Constitution Day debate, there weren't really a lot of issues that could be picked up.
Well, definitely, the internal discussion had begun in winter session. That will the winter session even see the end, the scheduled end to it or not, given that there was so much of ruckus, there was so much of adjournment. We saw protests inside the house, we saw protests at the Makar Dwar where we stand there as well. There were protests versus protests, there were protests against protests, and that's all the whole winter session was all about, except those 2 days in Lok Sabha and 2 days in Rajya Sabha where the constitution debate was conducted. Except that we haven't seen many work being done in both the houses. In Rajya Sabha, there were few instances where we saw the war of word between the opposition benches and the chair itself. In Lok Sabha also we saw that there were jibes being hurled at each other. This time around, given that
Rishabh, I'm just interrupting you there, request you to stay on with us because we have